the first class, I asked a question that what is the effect of this load on the main magnetic flux. Okay, so let us try to understand what happens, okay, in the core. First of all, when I give this AC supply, here in the primary side, current starts flowing. Okay, this current starts flowing. So due to this current, since this is alternating magnetic flux, what will happen? A flux will be set up in this direction, right? Say it is in this direction, this flux has been set up, and this is main flux. This is phi m, that is main flux. Okay, it has been set up right through this in this direction. Now, since this flux is alternating one, so it will induce EMF in both these windings. Okay, in this winding the EMF induced is say E1. Okay, this is E1, and in this winding the induced EMF is say E2. Okay, this is E2. Now if we, so in this at this terminal you will find this E2 voltage has been developed. This induced EMF is due to mutual inductance, and this induced EMF is due to self inductance, right? Now see, due to this E2 induced EMF in this coil, the voltage across these terminals will be E2. Now if you connect a load, what will happen? A current will start flowing through this load. Okay, now since this coil is now carrying a current, so what will happen? Due to this current flowing through this coil, again a magnetic flux will be developed in the core, right? But this magnetic flux developed in the core will be in this direction, because it will now oppose, say this is phi s, suppose, due to phi or phi 2, right? Means flux developed due to this secondary winding. Okay, so this phi 2, according to Lenz's law, it will oppose the cause by which it has been produced. So it has, since it has been produced by this phi m, so it will oppose this main flux. Okay, so now see what will happen. Initially main flux was there, right? Since you loaded this one, so a flux will be there, that is phi 2, right? So phi 2 will oppose this one. So what will happen? This phi m will start decreasing. Why? Because this is the flux, phi 2 is opposing this one. Now since this phi m will decrease, so what will happen? This main flux will weakens, right? And due to this weakening of main flux, this E1 and E2 both will also reduce, right? So if E1 will reduce, what will happen to this current which was flowing in primary, right? Say I1. So what will happen? You know, this I1 is equal to what? I1 is equal to this, say this is V1, this supply is say V1. So this E1 is opposing this V1, right? So I1 is equal this, that I have already told you, that V1 minus E1 by R1. Say R1 is the primary winding resistance. Okay, so this will be the I1. Now since due to weakening of this main flux, E1 has reduced. So if E1 will reduce, what will happen to I1? I1 will increase, right? It will go up. See, if this will decrease, this I1 will increase. Now if I1 will increase, what will happen to the flux which was earlier developing due to this current? So since I1 will increase, so it will also try to increase this phi m. Okay, so now this I1, since due to this increment in I1, this phi m will increase, right? So see what happens, that it initially it was decreasing, now it is increasing for the same loading reason, right? So ultimately these two will, what they these two will actually cancel each other, right? Cancel each other. So ultimately this flux will remain constant. Okay, this flux will remain constant. So this is the proper explanation. Okay, this flux doesn't changes. Hope it is clear. Still, if you have any doubt, you can again ask me in the interaction session. I will definitely make it clear. Okay, thank you.